Hi guys, soul travelers, my fellow wonderful people. I just wanted you all to know that I'm so glad that you're out there. I'm so glad to know you, even though I don't really know you, but and in Tennessee, Derek, Alexa, Donovan, Sitting Duck, brilliant name, all of you, you're brilliant, and I always love getting your comments, and I just love to know that you're on this journey with me, and that we're not alone in this fucking insane asylum. I was just thinking today, about how they rip us apart in this world till we cannot find our ass with. Well, I was going to say something poignant there, but anyway, you know what I mean, right? It's like, oh man, it's like, they do it to the extent where they literally, they put your mental well-being through the fucking shedder to such an extent that you just literally, this is how it works. I came across, in fact, somebody sent me a really cool link. It's a guy called the Spartan Life Coach, and he's quite cool actually in some respects. And he was talking about an interrogation technique that the CIA used. It's called the Alice in Wonderland technique, where they basically have a suspect, because we're all suspects here, in a room, and they start to assault them verbally with all kinds of nonsensical, weird dialogue. And they do that day after day after day, and they don't let you get any sleep. And eventually people break. They cause such massive cognitive dissonance. They shred your mind to such an extent that you just completely, completely inside you, you're completely distorted and completely fucked up and completely ripped apart. They do this to all of us. They do it to all of us. I'm sure, it's like, oh, you can't eat fish, there's mercury in fish. And then the same day you hear somebody say, oh, fish is really good for you should eat lots of fish. Or drink red wine when you're pregnant, it's really good for the baby. Oh, you shouldn't drink when you're pregnant, it's really bad for the baby. Or, when a woman wears makeup, she's attractive. Or when a woman doesn't wear makeup, she's attractive. Or, oh man, there's just so many ways in which they literally do that to us. They use the Alice in Wonderland technique, but not in the way that we talk about Alice in Wonderland, to shred our mental health, to utterly disintegrate our sanity, our inner being, our power. And that is when the shadow is created, you see. That is when we totally lose our sense of self, our true self. That is why people like Jehovah's Witnesses or any kind of religion really are so fanatical and yet so miserable. They actually believe that we're meant to be miserable. Oh, we're really happy. We're so miserable. We're really, really happy. It's the will of God. If you think about it, right, a couple of decades ago, not that many decades ago, the whole world was religious. We've only become agnostic, well, not really very long ago, right? So our parents were still very religious, and their parents certainly were even more religious. And religion is like that Alice in Wonderland interrogation technique, because we're told that God is love. In Islam, they're told God is love. The Hindus are told the gods all mean well and they love you. Even Buddhism is really sinister. If you start looking into Buddhism, it's not good. It's God loves you, and then you think about the brutality. If you're familiar with the Bible, as I am, the story of Job is a case in point, right? Where a God who's supposed to love you gets together with the devil and has a bet on whether this guy called Job will will stay faithful to God, even though he gets to go through a series of such horrendous events. All his family are killed, all his livestock are killed, he gets the plague. I mean, it's absolutely horrific how he's tormented, and God just, you know, says to the devil, but hey, I bet you he'll stay faithful to me. And of course he does. He's a complete idiot, you know, Job. I mean, stories like that are everywhere. Stories like that happen in our life all the time. God is love. Yes, this is good for you. Yes, no, it's bad for you. Go here, it's good for you. No, no, go there. That's bad for you. That's good for you. It's here, it's there, it's up, it's down, it's black, it's white, it's green, it's red, but red is bad for you. Why do you like red? It's one big fucking psyop, and it totally happens in every imaginable way. And it's lies upon lies. Give something back to the community, or protect the environment when they're destroying it, when they destroy communities. You know, like the lottery. People play the lottery in this country, but nobody ever seems to win it because it's all rigged. You know, they tell you to keep smoking because, and this is the thing I think about actually. It's because the dentist said, oh, you know, smoking causes gum disease. But there's lots and lots of people with gum disease that have never smoked a cigarette in their entire life. And why are the governments, oh, I hate that word so much, those fuckers. Why do they want us all to stop smoking if it's so bad for us? Because they don't mind us all drinking ourselves to death. They don't mind us loading up on big pharma fucking medication, which is killing people. I mean, I know people who are on God knows how many different types of medications, and they are so sick. It's unbelievable. Man, oh man. I knew one woman who was on about 23 different types of meds. Half of them were for the side effects of the meds that she was taking before it. She came off everything, and 2 years of hell, and my God, her health totally improved. And the doctor was like, oh, can't believe what's happened to you. What have you done? And she said, well, I stopped all the poison that you were forcing down my neck, doctor. That is what I did, and that is why my health has improved. Our health is really bad because we are eviscerated mentally, emotionally, and we are all under heavy trauma-based mind control. We are all in that interrogation chamber. We are all being subjected to the Alice in Wonderland interrogation technique on a daily basis. Our own parents do it to us because they were subjected to it. You know, the schools, the teachers do it to us, the other kids do it to you, you know. It's trauma-based mind control. It is the evisceration of the human psyche so that we are utterly lost in the dark. We don't know who we are. We think our identity is the fake persona. But the fake persona is not who we really are. It's not what we are. The fake persona is created through all the trauma-based mind control. It's the only way we know how to cope. And then the process of shedding all of that starts. So in a way, it's all that trauma-based mind control, but in reverse. Because you're shedding it. And it hurts like hell because you thought it was the real you. You know? You thought it was the real you, but it isn't. It's not who we are. Oh, it's a wonderful world, and we can go out shopping. We can go to the shopping mall and buy all those wonderful things, and that's wonderful. And we can buy that really nice new house. It's wonderful, and that big car, and it's wonderful, and Donald Trump is wonderful. I want to know this, right? This is what I really want to know. If that man is so fucking wealthy, how come he can't afford a decent toupee? He looks like shit. The guy looks like a total fucking twat. They all do. All these puppets. And that's all they are, people. You know, I'm not even sure they're human beings, because I keep seeing these fucking clips of celebrities and presidents and astronauts and people like that having these weird kind of like, and then all of a sudden they just keel over, fainting fits and keeling over and eyes rolling back into their head all the way around and back up again. That's not even humanly possible. I don't think they're real. I think they're robots. They are biological robots. Have you ever looked at Tom Cruise or Nicole Kidman? They never seem to grow any older. Have you noticed that? They're not human. That's why. Peter Beater, people, look it up. We're surrounded by this whole celebrity culture isn't real. You know, it's fake. They're not human. They're not real. They're these newscasters. And they're there telling you about the weather, and all of a sudden, boom, and they just drop. Eminem, there was one with Eminem in, and he was like, and he was just like that. And everybody around him just kept talking as if nothing was happening, and they weren't even looking at him, and just like, it was like, what? It's all fake. It's a parade of fakery that we face every fucking day of our lives, and we have been told every day of our lives that this is normal, that this is good for us, and it's natural. Eat loads of fish, it's good for you. Don't eat any fish, it's got mercury in it. Use fluoride toothpaste, it's good for your teeth. Don't use fluoride toothpaste, it will kill off your pineal glands. You know, feminism, man, you know, like women's rights, burn your bra, hate man, they're all evil, they're all potential rapists. Fucking hell. All the shit that women went through to get the vote. To vote for what, exactly? Did it improve our lives? Now we're working all hours God sends, sending our children to the nursery to be fucking photographed naked and have their pictures posted on paedophile websites. Do you think that's good? Fucking hell. You know, back in the day, if you had syphilis, it was thought to be a good thing to have sex with children, that would cure you. Man, oh man. Eat lots of bread, it's roughage, it's really good for your bowels. Don't eat any bread because wheat, gluten intolerance, gluten alert. People don't know where to go, what to do, what to believe, what to think, what to feel. Oh my God, it's chaos. The psyche is just a shredded mess. So what do people do with that? They just develop this fake persona. It's like multiple personality disorder. The true self is there, but it barely gets a look in. It's mistrusted. We're told in school, I was certainly told, that intuition doesn't exist. Paranormal stuff doesn't exist. Ghosts, they don't exist. I'm not saying that ghosts as such exist. I think we're actually dealing with layovers from you know, other realities and whatnot. It's a complex situation, a complex thing that I will talk about at some point. Well, I'll give you my 2 cents on that. Whether it's true or not is another story. But you know, it's none of that's real. None of it exists. We're all biological entities. We're just machines, and we live and we eat and we you know, proliferate, and then we die. Yes. We work and then we die, we work and then we die. Whilst force-fed a daily diet of eviscerating fake bullshit, ugliness and evil that looks really pretty and really good, but is really asinine, dirty, disgusting filth. And that is why we're all sick. That is why we live such short, pitiful, diseased little lives, and that is why we die. That is what we have been reduced to, people. It's another rant day. Did you notice? I mean, really, I reckon that gum disease is probably spread through tap water. The other day I turned on my tap because I was going to boil some eggs. And I don't actually consume tap water, but for boiling eggs, you know, I thought, whatever. I didn't have any water press, I had to wait for the delivery, so I used some tap water, but it smelled of sewage, and I have noticed this before. I know what sewage smells like, and that tap water had a whiff of sewage to it. You think about it, it's the perfect delivery system, people. Yeah? Tap water, the air that we breathe, 5G. And they're all in on it, you know, they all love it. Oh yeah, 5G. So what if my brain is frying, eh? As long as I get really fast download speeds, yeah, that'll do. Because people have been eviscerated. They all suffer from Stockholm syndrome. It's like, oh, but they mean well, the government, worship the government, thy God, oh yeah. Subliminal messaging, people, it's every fucking where. You know, it's the hidden enemy. You can't see it happening. You can't feel it happening. It's all that invisible manipulation that's going on all the time, that we don't even see or feel or hear. But what do you do when you've been at work all day and you're exhausted and you get home? People turn on the television. I mean, I watch stuff, you know, I do. I mean, I'm careful about what I watch. However, it's all loaded, one way or another, I'm sure of it. And how do you get away from it all? Wow. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable the amount of people that I come across who are spiritual and they get up to a certain level and they just stop there. They come across some guy who talks about star seeds or light workers and it sounds good and it feels pretty, so they just stay there and they stagnate and that's it. And you can't talk to them about the stuff that I'm talking to you about because they get upset. Cognitive dissonance. Oh, can't do that, take it away, take it away. I'm happy here, I'm just gonna stay here. Anyway, battery gone, guys. Gonna have to call it a day. I'll just sit on the sofa by myself and rant for a couple of hours. It's got to be done. I'm just angry, you know, and we have a right to feel that rage, by the way, people. Fucking bollocks! Enough! Oh. We've got to let it up and out. So don't take your meds. Feel the feelings. It helps.